Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with another Top 10. This is inspired by subscriber Elin from Malaysia. So thank you very much, Elin. I really appreciate the suggestion. I've actually had a great time looking at a Top 10 Iris fragrances. So you know that this is the short version I do. If you want the names of the fragrances I'm going to mention and more descriptions and bells and whistles and etc., check out the full version of this in English. In this version, as you know, I just cut to the chase. I have 10 categories here, and then I have 10 fragrances, a top 10. Imagine that. The first category is honorable mention, and I went back and forth, but I chose Lolita Lempicka by Lolita Lempicka for a couple reasons. It needs to be mentioned on this list. It needs to make it on to this list somehow because it is an absolutely phenomenal fragrance, and it's by one of my favorite parfumers, Annick Minardo, who can officially do no wrong. I love her work. But it is discontinued, and then it also, I don't know that I could call it an Iris dominant fragrance. So I went back and forth, and for that reason, I put it as an honorable mention because it has so many notes going on in that one. I would just say it is phenomenal. I don't know if I could say it's an Iris dominant based fragrance, so I'm going to put it as my honorable mention. Next category is Best Everyday Women's, and I went with Omnia. It's either Amethyste or Amethyste by Bvlgari, and that's also by one of my favorite parfumers, which is Alberto Morillas. This is another one that is just, well, for the price point and the fact that it smells so good, it's an easy choice as an everyday Iris-based fragrance. The only thing is the bottle. It's a little quirky. I don't have the picture here in this one, but it's a little quirky in the bottle. So it takes a few days actually to kind of figure out the sprayer. I know that sounds odd, but other than that, though, it is wonderful and phenomenal actually at the price point. The next one is Best Men's Everyday, and this one actually almost took over another category, but for this one I'm going to go with Dior Homme and any of its flankers, any of them. My favorite, though, is the Parfum, the darker bottle. So Dior Homme has to make it, of course. It is my best men's everyday. It's just a little too much of the makeup vibe for me, which is why I chose the Parfum. But I mean, let's be honest. It was a proverbial game changer, wasn't it? It really is a wonderful scent. My best unisex goes to one that I recently reviewed, actually, which is Atelier's Iris Rebelle. I really like that one a lot. That one is a perfect unisex fragrance. I would absolutely have it in my collection. It's a perfect fragrance to wear, as a couple, where you both wear the same fragrance. It's just a wonderful scent. It holds its own well, and it is easily my choice for best unisex. Okay, so the best non-Iris-based fragrance goes to, and it looks like Volutes, but I'm assuming it's Volutes. It's Volutes, and it's an Eau de Parfum by Diptyque, and it blends very well with tobacco. Best men's on the niche side would go to Florentine Iris by Ermenegildo Zegna. That is worth the price almost for just the bottle. I love the bottles from that house, but that is a wonder. Probably, actually, it could be the best overall Iris just in terms of smell on this list. Phenomenal, but pricey, and I think that one is discontinued as well, if I'm not mistaken. Best women's niche would be La Femme Nacre by Giorgio Armani, which is not niche, of course, but it is part of his Privé Collection, so that's why it's niche, because, it is expensive. That said, it is to die for. It is exquisite. On the next category is Sexiest Men's, and my choice, I know a lot of you will like Dior Homme, but my choice is Uomo Intense by Valentino. I love the mix of iris and vanilla in this one. If I were to wear an iris-based fragrance out to a romantic night, I would choose this one. This is just exquisite. So, Sexiest Women's is an easy choice as well. There can be no other than Iris Ganache by Guerlain. Phenomenal. What can be said? I mean, a delicious gourmand with cherry mixed with iris. Come on, game over. Last one is my personal favorite, which is the House of Prada. On the men's side, it is L'Homme. And on the women's side is Infusion d'Irish. Infusion d'Iris. There we have it. And I said Irish once. All right, there I did it. So I'm going to end it. Thanks a lot.